Alright there guys, it's the Bristol here. So today I'm bringing you a discussion about how I feel Orc boys are going to play a big important part in 8th edition Orc armies. And the reason for this is 8th edition has given the boys quite a big buff, especially with now how there's no large bus templates. So you're going to see a lot more people, I reckon, bringing 40 boys squads. And this is just because they have become a lot more survivable with this new addition. Now, thanks to the new wounding system, so beforehand, boys had to worry about sort of strength 6, strength 7 weapons. So that was your scatter lasers for Elder and your auto guns for Imperial. You know, they were wounded on a 2 plus. But now with the new rules, with Orcs still being toughness 4, these guys are now wounded on a 3 plus. So now, if my math is correct, hopefully that means that 1/6 more boys should be able to survive or should be getting wounded. Also, with the new AP system, this helps boys out. So a lot of basic weapons, like the bolt gun, the las gun, they don't have an AP modifier. So unlike 7th edition, where Orcs wouldn't get a save, in 8th edition now, Orcs will be getting a save more often than not. I know it's only a 6 plus, but with boys, you know, I think it's nice just having that option to roll for a save. Another thing I like about this new edition is from the leaks, we can see that boys are always going to be hitting on a 3 plus instead of generally about a 4 plus in the old edition. So our boys now are more survivable. They're always going to be hitting on a 3 plus, which I think is great against you know, Space Marines, where it's generally a 4 plus in 7th. You know, that's good. I like that. And now, which I think is a big one, is boys are now always strength 4. So beforehand, Orcs were deadly in that first round of combat when they were strength 4 in 7th. But now, they're deadly every round. So, you know, they're going to be wounding most enemy models on a 3 plus. So, unless you're playing Space Marines, which is a 4, which I reckon is great, because I think in the last edition, it would have been a 5 plus if I'm correct. You know, so now we're seeing boys that are hitting more, are wounded more often. And I think this is to counteract the fact that now Orcs don't receive an extra attack on the charge. And at first I thought this would affect boys, but like I said before, you know, hitting more often, probably going to be wounded more often, so I think this offsets it. You know, with the new chopper rules, so I'm probably going to lean towards having groups of 30 slugger and chopper boys, you know, so the chopper now gives an extra 1 attack. And there's also a rule for the boys now that if they take 20 or more models, they gain an extra 1 attack. So boys now can have 4 attacks always. And with them having pistols, I think pistols is a bit of a buff now. So in the shooting phase, if they're in combat, they can still fire their pistols. Now, I know they're hitting on a 5 plus. The new sluggers are strength 4, AP nothing, but you know, I think this is a free round of damage. You know, it probably won't kill a lot of models, but you know, it's going to be whittling down wounds. You might, you know, injure the odd dreadnought, or you know, injure the odd tank. So I like that. So I think 8th has definitely made boys a lot more killy. So a squad of 30 boys now has the potential to churn out 121 attacks. So I just want to run through some numbers about how you can get that. So there's 61 base attacks. You know, with green tides, that means taking 20 or more models, you're getting the 1 extra attack, and then giving a chopper gives them a bonus 1 attack. So this is 121 attacks on the charge. That is insane. I think, you know, you're going to be cutting down most squads. So that's why I'm going to predict now that you're going to see a lot more boys on the table. You know, I can imagine seeing players bring in, 90, 120 boys now, because they're just really good. And at 6 points apiece, I think they're absolute steal. I'm also seeing crazy combinations now of sort of Gascal Fracker. His WoW ability gives 1+ attack. You've got Weird Boys now who have a special psychic power that called Warpath that can give another 1+ attack. So we might be seeing some squads dishing out 243 attacks. So let me just run that through you. So you got 2 attacks each boy's base. You get 1 attack for the chopper, 1 attack for the green tide, 1 attack for Gaz, and then 1 attack for the Weird Boys Warpath. So 30 boys are going to deal 243 attacks. That is absolutely insane. That is crazy for a model that only costs 6 points. Now, admittedly, I know there's lots of buffs and, there's a few things that got to be right in place, but if I was the enemy, that would terrify me. Boys would be my priority. I also like how in this edition mob rule works, so it takes the number of boys in your squad into account as your leadership. So this means now we're going to have leadership 30 boys. So you're not going to be taking any wounds, being honest, for morale checks. So big mobs of boys are the in thing at the moment. As well as initiative values being gone, we're always going to be striking first in combat rather than more often not in the last one taking hits first. I'm loving these buffs for the boys. I'm loving them. Now, the shooter has received a bit of a buff in that boys can move, run, and shoot with them, but a -1 ballistic skill. So, they're going to be hitting on 6s. But like I said, when you got 30 boys running, advancing, it's still going to be putting pressure on the opposition. So they're going to be moving up, shooting, admittedly on 6s, but with shooters now being there's still assault 3. That's assault 2, sorry. So that's assault 2. You're still going to be putting some pressure on the opposition. And like I said, I'm really liking the rules for the boys. So I honestly reckon we're going to start seeing a hell of a lot more boys on the table. So like I said, I just wanted to bring this quick discussion. Please like and subscribe to my channel and post a comment below. Let's discuss. Maybe you got some more ideas. Maybe, what counters are you going to bring against boys in this edition? I can see people, bringing flamers. I think flamers are going to be quite vital in dealing damage to a horde army. So, like I said, just post and subscribe below. Let's have a discussion. Let's see what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching. So, this is Crystal out.